ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम सदाशिवसमारम्भां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे तु जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनम्। अतुलितबलधामं हेमशैलाभदेहं दनुजवनकृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं सकलगुणनिधानं वानराणामधीशं रघुपतिप्रियभक्तं वातजातं नमामि। समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं। नमः श्रीतुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। हरि ओम। Salutations to all. Two verses we will chant and then start the third one. बाल समय रवि भक्षी लियो तब तीना हो लोक भयो अंधियारो ताहि सो त्रास भयो जग को यह संकट काहू सो जात नटारो देवन आनि करि बिनती तब छाड़ दियो रवि कष्ट निवारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो बाली की त्रास कपीस बस गिरि जात महाप्रभु पंथ निहारो चौकी महामुनि साप दियो तब चाहिए कौन विचार विचारो द्विज रूप लिवाय महाप्रभु सो तुम दास के शोक निवारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो अंगद के संग लय न गए सिया खोज कपीस या बैन उचारो जीवत ना बची हो हम सोजु बिना सुधि लाए इहाँ पग उधारो हेरी थके तट सिंधु सब तब लाय सिया सुधि प्राण उबारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो को नहीं जानत है जग में। At the end you have all the 8 verses together, you know that, right? If you know that you can just follow, otherwise we'll keep bhagao ye paise ki baat pe. Okay, so first verse, sun is ignored, sun is taken up by Hanumanji, symbolic of ignorance. Second verse, to remove that ignorance we need Guru. Hanumanji plays the role of a Guru, brings Ramji to Sugriv. In satsang, through the Guru, the friendship with Bhagavan happens, and that is how one gets out of the cycle of karma. By dedicating actions to Bhagavan, one gets out of the cycle of karma, realizes I am not the karta, I am one with Bhagavan. Now this third shloka here, Angad ke sang le na gaye siya. So Hanumanji went with the team of Angad down south to search for Sita ji. Sugriv sent 4 teams. In that the team of Angad, Hanuman, Nal, Neel, Dvainda, Jambavan, all of them, they went south. Khoja kapisa yah baina ucharo. So they all went to search Sita ji, but what happened? They were very exhausted, tired, fatigued, they couldn't find Sita ji, and they had a they gave up. Why? Because Sugriv had said that you have to come back within a month. He had given only 1 month's time. And 1 month almost over, exceeded 1 month actually. And still they have no news of Sita ji. So, and they are hungry, thirsty, exhausted. Now what to do? So here it is. Jivat na bachi hao. They said we will not live anymore. Because if they go back, Sugriv will kill them. And what is the point of staying there? They feel that we failed in the mission. So they all want to fast unto death. So, and either way, so we will come to that whole prasang. The line here means that Jivat na bachi hao means that anyway we are not going to survive. Because finally they have reached the end of the ocean. I mean, end of the land. There's ocean ahead. Now one can't go back. There they decide to do fast unto death. So they said, I will better die here. That is a better death than dying at the hands of Sugriv. So Jivat na bachi hao hum sauju. Bina sudhi laye iha pagudharo. Because if we go back without taking that information, we will be killed. Heri thake tat sindhu sabaitab. All of them have given up and they are sitting on the banks of the ocean there. That time, Laya Siya Sudhi Prana Ubaro. Hanumanji brings the news of Sita ji. Ko nahi janata hai jag mein kapi sankat mochan namati haro. There is a literal meaning here now. So, when both of them have struck a friendship, Bhagwan Ram and Sugriv, so Sugriv actually goes and brings a set of jewels. And he shows to Bhagwan Ram and says that, can you identify, are these the jewels of Sita ji? There in Valmiki Ramayana, interesting one prasang comes there, that Bhagwan Ram is able to identify the jewels. When they are shown to Lakshman ji, he says, I can't identify anything except the anklets. Why? He can't identify the necklace, he can't identify the earrings, nothing, because he has always served Sita ji looking down only. That Lakshman ji, who left his home, left his wife there, was serving Sita ji with such devotion. What did Sita ji do to him? If you read Valmiki Ramayana, she told him that you are having bad eye on me and that's why you are not going to help your brother. Lakshman ji can't. What an accusation that is. Still Lakshman ji does not have any hatred against Sita ji. He continues to have devotion only. He could have told Ramji that this is your wife, you go and find. She accused me like this, what is the point? I am not coming with you. But he didn't do all that. So when Sugriv brings and they recognize, then they say that we saw this Ravan in a chariot. He was taking one woman and she was crying for help, and the Jatayu fought and he could not save her. In the process, he got completely injured and he has fallen down. All that Bhagwan anyway did the Antyeshti Samskar of Jatayu and then he came. So they say that when she was flying, she took some jewels and she threw it. Now somebody asked, how did she get jewels? Because they had left. Correct. Anasuya Mata gave her the jewels. And so those jewels are recognized. Then it's confirmed that yes, that was Sita ji. Then the whole Vali Prasang happens and all that, and then the monsoon comes. So Sugriv says after monsoon we will resume we start the search. And he is enjoying in the monsoon. Because he has got kingdom, his wife is back, Vali is dead. And Bhagwan Ram is staying outside. Of course, he doesn't enter the kingdom, Kishkindha and all that. He's staying outside in one cave. And monsoon creates more pangs of separation from the beloved. So 4 months he is there waiting when the monsoon will get over. Monsoons get over and this Sugriv doesn't do anything. So Bhagwan tells Lakshman, go and remind him. See, that is the nature of the Jiva, no? Bhagwan came searching for Sugriv. Bhagwan took up his task first. Bhagwan could have said, you first find Sita, then I will release you from Vali. Right? Time-wise also that would have been better. Now he has to wait 4 months. But he didn't do. When Bhagwan does so much for a Jiva, when Jiva has to do something for Bhagwan, what is the Jiva doing? Forgot, indulging. That's why Gurudev said very nicely, no? He said, God gives and forgives, man gets and forgets. That is our Swabhav. How much Bhagwan gives us and how much we must be grateful and do so many things in service of the Lord, but we forget. And then when problem comes, then what does the Jiva say? Where are you? Do you really exist? I lost faith in you. Acha. So this Sugriv, Hanumanji, Lakshmanji goes there. Very angry he is. Because he sees Sugriv in full indulgence, not bothered, and no effort Sugriv has put to send anyone for searching Mother Sita. Monsoons are over. Lakshmanji is fuming in anger and he is going to kill Sugriv as though. Who is the mediator? Who saves Sugriv? Hanumanji saves Sugriv. Hanumanji pacifies Lakshman, says, sorry, we made a mistake. Sugriv doesn't even say sorry, doesn't have any remorse or anything. He's still indulging, enjoying. So Hanumanji actually pacifies, tells him, sorry, it's our mistake, we accept. I will talk to Sugriv and I will get this done. Then he tells Sugriv, then makes him realize that what you have done is wrong, what a blunder you have done. And then he starts, so he calls all the monkeys. They send out one message and from so many places, lakhs of monkeys, they land up there. Divides them into 4 parties. In Valmiki Ramayana, you should read that description that Sugriv gives of Antarctica, Arctic, somewhere in near Russia, all these places and all he has described. And that whole chapter is very interesting. Bhagwan Ram admires his knowledge of world geography. And Bhagwan asked him, how do you know so much? He said, because Vali, he chased me, I ran everywhere in the world. I was not finding a place to hide. So in that process, I ran multiple times across in the world. So I have enough knowledge now. Where is what? So he got all the teams and he sent. All that description comes here. That is, he called one general called Vinata and he sent that general in the east region. Then he called Hanumanji, Sugriv, Neel, Angad, all of them, sent them in the south. Then Sushen and others for the west. Now, interesting is in Valmiki Ramayana, Sushen is a monkey. In Tulsi Ramayana, Sushen is the doctor who is in Lanka. In this Valmiki, Sushen is the monkey who is with the team only, and so he only helps to revive Lakshmanji, Ramji when that Shakti is, attacked on both of them. So Sushen goes to the western side, and then Shatabali goes in the northern quarter. Now 4 teams are to be sent, but what happens? Bhagwan gives the mudrika only to Hanumanji. So Sri Ram hands over to Hanuman the mudrika as a token of recognition. Where did Bhagwan get this mudrika from? Because he didn't have anything. How did he get mudrika? No, not from that. How will Sita ji throw the mudrika? While crossing the Ganga. Sita ji, he asks Sita ji that I want to give something to Kevat. Sita ji takes out her ring and gives. All her other jewels she doesn't have. She has only the ring. That ring she takes out and gives to Bhagwan Ram. Bhagwan Ram gives to Kevat. But Kevat doesn't accept. That ring remains with the Lord. So he gives that ring to Hanumanji, and he gives a message also that tell her my pangs of separation, and then how I am uh, so grief stricken, and I can't bear the separation from her. All that he explains. Then they go, and he has given them the time. All of them he has given a time that within 1 month you have to return. If you don't return within 1 month, you will have dire consequences. Punishment will be terrible, which means actually it will be death. So obviously all the four teams can't come with information. So some of the teams they come back early only, saying that we tried, we found in many places, but nothing, no information, no clue, no idea, we can't find. They came back before the time limit. This group which went down south, they went through all these Vindhyas and all that is written here, and uh, they go through many forests, they pass through various mountains, forests, rivers, many things they pass by, and they ransack caves, very hard to explore, and on the way they get hungry, thirsty, tired, all that happens. And so they have reached one place where they are absolutely desperate. There is no water to drink, and they climb. Hanumanji climbs one tree to find if there is a pond or a lake somewhere nearby. And he sees far away there is a cave, and he decides and he comes to a conclusion that there is water inside. How? Because there are some birds that come out from that cave and their wings are wet. So then, looking at those birds and the wings which were wet, he determines that, oh, there is water inside there. So he leads all of them into this cave. And so this is the cave known by the name of uh, Rikshabila. And this Rikshabila cave, when they go, there is a great yogini there who is Swayam Prabha. She is living there, she is doing meditation for a long time. And these monkeys enter there. And when the monkeys enter, they see that yes, there is some lake there, no doubt. And the birds were, drinking some water, playing there, and then they were flying out. So they find water there. And they see this yogini also, that she is sitting there meditating. And so the yogini there asks them, who are they? Then they explain whole story of Bhagwan Ram and that they are searching Sita ji. And yogini is so thrilled. Why? Because now the time for her mukti has come. Because she has been waiting in that cave, meditating on Bhagwan, and it was told to her that monkeys will come searching for Sita, and when the monkeys come, you help them out, and then you will get your mukti. So she is very happy. She opens up everything, and there is huge, area there which has trees and fruits and many things to eat, and the monkeys eat to their fill. They are so happy. At least they got to eat something after so long, and they drank some water. They were very satisfied. And so these monkeys, after they thank her, they come out. They still don't know where is Sita ji. They have eaten, but Sita ji whereabouts not known. And so when they came out of the cave, they are still mentally dejected, physically little better off, but mentally very sad and there is no clue what to do next now. And so they are dejected on coming out of the cave, and it is winter time now. So cold is going to increase. And so Angad reminds them that, see, we have already crossed 1 month. Sugriv had told us to come back within a month, or you have to come back with the information of Sita. Now 1 month is over, we don't have information of Sita, both conditions gone. We will definitely die. He will kill us. Better than dying at his hands is we just do fast unto death here. Because what is the point of doing anything anymore? We are anyway going to die. And at that point in time, what happens there? This one monkey general, his name is Tara. He suggests that they should remain in the cave of Swayamprabha only, and Sugriv will not dare to come there because Swayamprabha is a great yogini, and if he comes and attacks them there, so yogini will protect. And you have enough food, water, everything, so yahi raho, marne ki kya zarurat hai. And he starts praising Sugriv's bravery, glory, power, all that. And so many monkeys, they agree, yes, this is the right thing to do. We will stay in the cave of Swayamprabha. And Hanumanji then reminds them that what will be the dire consequences when Sugriv finds this out, and what have you done? Bhagwan Ram did so much for Sugriv, and Sugriv's command it is, and you are violating both Bhagwan also as well as Sugriv also. And Sugriv will not keep quiet even though you are in Swayamprabha's cave. And so Sugriv starts praising, Hanumanji starts praising Sugriv that he is a powerful person, he is not going to spare you. Angad becomes very irritated listening to this, that why he is going on praising Sugriv. And pointing to the faults of Sugriv, denouncing him, Angad proclaims to the monkeys his decision to take fast unto death. He said that's the best decision. We can't go with this Tara. We can't go with Hanumanji, what he is saying. We will just fast unto death. If all this was not enough, at that time, there is a huge vulture there who is very happy that I have enough meals now, Bhagwan's grace. So many monkeys have landed up here. For days I have not eaten. Now there is a feast. But he is an old monkey. He is an old vulture. Looking at him, Angad realizes that this is a big danger now. So they have death on 3 fronts. Top also there is death. Ocean also there is death. If they go back from the monkey also there is death. That's what the line is here, now, where he says that Jivat na bachihaun hum soju. We will not live only because there is death on all 3 fronts. But at that point, Angad starts talking about Jatayu. That Jatayu was such a great vulture and he helped out Bhagwan, and he sacrificed his life to save Sita ji, and he was such a great devotee. And the moment his Sampati hears about Jatayu, he has tears in his eyes. My brother Jatayu, what happened to him? All that. So the Angad narrates the whole story, and Sampati is touched. He says, my God, this is what Jatayu did. He was my brother, and we both have grown up, and we had a competition once that who will reach the sun. But he was going closer to it, and I wanted to protect him. So I covered him with my wings so that he will not get burnt. And in that process, my wings have burnt, and I fell down on this mountain here. And since then, I have been here now. And he remembers Jatayu and how they had spent their time together. And this is what Jatayu did to serve Bhagwan Ram. And he tried to protect Sita ji. When he understood all that, he confirmed to Angad that yes, he has seen Ravan taking Sita ji across the ocean to Lanka. Plus, he had the boon of long vision. So he also saw and he confirmed that Sita ji is there. And he confirmed, where is she? In Ashok Vatika. So he's confirmed all that. And now, so he was on the mountain, no? And then Angad slowly brings him down. He can't fly. So he brings him down and he narrates everything. So interesting is this. The Sampati, when he speaks all this, one sage called Nishakara had told him that when Bhagwan takes avatar and monkeys set out in the search of Sita ji, Sampati will get back his wings as soon as he tells the monkeys the whereabout of Sita ji. So as Sampati is narrating this, that I can see Sita ji is there. किसका बजा? उनके नेबर्स कौन है? $5,000 is the donation penalty. So the point is, Sampati's wings started growing, and he saw Sita ji there, and he told, now they are happy. At least now we know the whereabouts. But now the question is what? She is there. Now what is the point in this? That why somebody has to go there? They came to know whereabouts, confirmed by Sampati. And Sampati has not only seen them, he is confirming that she is there. So Hanumanji and all of them could have come back. Why do they even need to cross the ocean and go there? So one point is, Sita ji will not know that somebody is looking out for her. Second point is, Ramji's message to Sita ji will not reach. That will not happen. Third point is, from far he is seeing. 800 miles he is seeing. There can be possibility of mistaking, no? How can one be sure totally? So now they have to go there. And it is 100 yojanas. The ocean is 100 yojanas. 100 yojanas is 800 miles. So now these 800 miles, who can go? Now these monkeys, see, they are very sincere. So in this description comes here that Angad inspires all of them that now we have the whereabouts, we should go, and someone should be able to cross this ocean and go there, and let us bring the news, and then we will return. So Angad gave one very inspiring speech. So based on that speech, people got so motivated. So all these different monkeys who are there, now they are saying who can jump how much. So all that description comes here. So Gaja said, I can leap 10 yojanas, 80 miles. Gavaskar said, I shall leap 20 yojanas. Then Sharabha said, I can leap 30 yojanas. Rishabha said, I can leap 40 yojanas. Gandhamadan said, I can leap 50 yojanas. It's like bidding happening, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Mainda, he said, I can leap 60 yojanas. Dvividha, he said, I can leap 70 yojanas. And Sushena, he said, I can declare that I can leap 80 yojanas. वो गया था वहां पे, उसको वेस्ट में भेजा था, लेकिन मे बी he came back and he joined them, or I don't know, this means another Sushena possibly. But here it is written, Sushena for his part was endowed with extraordinary energy and full of courage. He said, I will declare that I can leap 80 yojanas. Then Jamban, he said that, Jamban ji is, what is his age? He is from not 100 something. Jambanji has been there from the time of Vaman Avatar. Vaman Avatar onwards he has been there, and he continues even after Ramayana. Because that Syamantakamani jewel, no, Jambavati is the daughter of Jambavan, and Krishna Bhagwan's darshan also Jambanji has. He's actually Amsha Brahmaji. From that time he is there. So very old he is, most experienced, very senior. He says, I can go one side, I can leap 100 yojanas, but I can't come back. And Angad also says the same thing, I can go one side, but I can't come back. Now, everybody tried their best, ki this I can do, that I can do, and finally what happened? You can go one side, but you can't come back, then what is the use? So again, they are back to square one, saying it's better to fast unto death now. In spite of knowing where Sita ji is, their conclusion is what? अब क्या हो सकता है? कुछ नहीं हो सकता. What is the use of all our capabilities and efforts? We can't reach. Even if we reach somehow, can't come back. So information will not go. So then better stay here and die. So they are in that absolutely dejected, depressed mood. They are sitting there. At that time, Jambavan, he comes up and he reminds Hanumanji that who are you? You are the son of Pavanputra. Don't you remember all your powers? How did you get your name Hanuman? I'm not going into all the details right now, but beautifully explained here. That how did you get your name Hanuman? You were called Sundar, and this is what happened to you in childhood, and all the Devatas gave you blessings, and you were given a curse that you have forgotten your powers. Now come on, invoke. This is for Bhagwan's work. And you can leap across. For you it is not such a big thing. The moment Hanumanji was reminded, what happened? All the memory of his powers came back. And remember yesterday we said that the powers will increase manifold. Now Hanumanji is unstoppable. So immediately he shakes off all the grief because now Bhagwan's work can be done. All doors have opened now. So what does he do? He shakes off all grief at once and expanding his form with a view to leap over 100 yojanas, Hanumanji thundered and all these monkeys, suddenly they saw Hanuman rising, growing in form. In front of them, in front of Hanumanji, all of them are looking like small dwarfs, Lilliputs, all of them huge, one massive size he takes up. You see the example given here is standing around him, highly rejoiced and amazed too. They gazed on him even as all the created beings looked at Lord Narayana when he had made a resolve to measure the whole earth as Trivikrama, meaning as the Vaman avatar when he took up the huge form with which he covered 1 foot the earth and the other foot all the higher worlds. Like that, Hanumanji took up one massive form and he grew considerably in size. Whirling his tail with delight, recollected his native strength. And then he, what we call, perched himself on this Mahendra mountain, and he says that the Mahendra mountain will be his launching pad. And so from there, he says that none in the world will be able to sustain the pressure that will be exerted by me before leaping. These peaks of the mountain named Mahendra, which looks so charming with its compact mass of rocks, are solid and large too. These huge peaks on which I shall exert my force and which are covered here and there with trees of every kind, are adorned with minerals, will undoubtedly sustain my force as I take a leap of 100 yojanas, 800 miles from this place. And so saying, Hanumanji took the name of Bhagwan Ram and leapt, took off. Bolo Pavan Sutta Hanuman ki jai. So, What was the pressure? So he says here, pressed under the feet by that exalted soul, the huge mountain screamed like a mighty elephant in a rut and attacked by a lion. That huge mountain released new springs of water. Its mass of rocks got disintegrated. Deers and elephants inhabiting it got alarmed. The giant trees violently shook. The gigantic peaks began to be deserted by many Gandharva couples, by many Vidyadharas. Huge serpents living in the holes and rocks fell from the summits of the mountain. All this full description is given here. And having composed his mind, Hanuman, the slayer of hostile warriors, he was tearing through the wind and he was flying. So, first and foremost, here, one little thing before I missed out here is, see, Hanumanji, when he came to know of his powers, he told all of them there that you wait here. I will bring the news and then we will go. Why did he do that? He could have told them, na, ki I will go, get the news, meanwhile you start walking and I will reach there. Why did he tell them all to wait there? He could have taken he flew across 800 miles. He could have happily landed in Kishkindha, no? Straight from Lanka to Sugriv. Now he told all of them to wait. Why did he tell? That is important. Because if he goes there alone, it will be as though he found it and all credit will come to him. But it is a team effort. So the team must get the entire credit. So he says, you wait here. I will come back and we will go together. That is team. A leader is like that. When the credit is due, the credit will go to the whole team. When the blame has to be taken, who will take? Leader. Recently, that one example you may know. Last year, when we lost the World Cup, who addressed the media? Rahul Dravid. This year, when we won the World Cup, who addressed the media? Rohit Sharma. That is leadership. Rahul Dravid, even the team gave that extra some 5 crores or something, that also he didn't take. Say similar example was with Captain Satish Dhawan. When the first what is that called? No, not Chandrayaan. No. SLV, na? PSLV. Satellite launch vehicle. Huh? That satellite launch vehicle, when it has to be done from Sriharikota, it landed up where? In the ocean. I remember I was a small kid at watching in the TV. We had a black and white TV that time. Sitting and watching, it is taking off. And it went into the ocean. Very disappointed. That time, Captain Satish Dhawan addressed the media. And the next year, he took whole responsibility for the failure in the mission and whatever it was. And then, after a few years, 1 or 2 years, I think it was successful. And Captain Satish Dhawan sent Dr. Abdul Kalam to address. So, the leader is like that. Hanuman is a very great leader. Before he even leaps across, he actually takes everybody's blessing there. He has incomparable power, but he bows down to all the monkeys there. He takes their blessings. He give me your wishes and I'm carrying that and I'm going to carry your wishes to Mother Sita. So they don't feel that Hanuman went and did all this by himself. And he has that humility in spite of having tremendous power. He actually bows down. You read Tulsi Ramayana also in here also. He actually bows down and he says, give me your blessings and best wishes, that I am able to accomplish the task and successfully bring the news of Sita ji. So these are beautiful qualities. He doesn't, many people think that with power corrupts and absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. But you have to put a star there, meaning conditions apply. Power corrupts And absolute power corrupts absolutely in absence of surrender. When there is surrender, that power will never corrupt. Hanumanji has such great surrender to Bhagwan Ram. He doesn't have any need for self uh, praise, appreciation, and give people need to give uh, whatever the rewards or glorify him. He doesn't have the need for self praise at all. Who can be like that? Person who is centered well, who has surrendered well, has no need for appreciation. If people appreciate, all right, that they want to do something, one credits it to Bhagwan. If they don't appreciate, it doesn't matter. It doesn't pinch at all. If we are serving, this great quality we must have. If people appreciate, we say God's grace, Gurudev's grace, offer it. Because that is the only truth. There's no, it's not sometimes inside we feel, yes, I did it, but outside we say, it's all Bhagwan's grace. So after 4 times that person praises you and he listens to you, this is all Bhagwan's grace. 5th time he doesn't praise. Now from inside one is burning. अब कोई बोल नहीं रहा, क्यों इतना मैंने कर दिया, कोई भी नहीं बोल रहा. So sometimes there is like hypocritic type of a behavior. But one who has really surrendered, who experiences the joy of remembering Bhagwan, being one with the Lord, serving, the action of serving itself is a joy. What praise, what appreciation. One doesn't need. And a spiritual seeker understands that praise and appreciation, in fact, is sometimes a big obstacle because it will only increase my ego. Then what? Vivekananda actually said, if you want to realize the truth, go and spend time with the people who criticize you and who insult you. You will realize the truth faster. I mean, obviously, there are a lot of things to be considered. Now, don't start going there. Then you feel, my confidence only is lost. Realization के चक्कर में confidence चला गया. It is said to a person who is capable of handling that. Because to handle that criticism also requires a certain maturity. And when we have understood clearly that this is a myth, ego is not real at all, then that will help. So Hanumanji doesn't need any of this praise and all that. So he is a team player. He says, you all wait here, I will come. Flies across the ocean. I am not going to go into those details too much. First obstacle that comes, Mainak Parvat. Tells him that, you have taken this flight and you must be tired. Sit here, eat something, drink some water, rest, continue your journey. We come from Mumbai to Pune, to Lona, to Vibhooti. Food mall comes in between. थोड़ा ब्रेक चाहिए. हमने तो कुछ नहीं किया. गाड़ी में बैठ के एसी गाड़ी में आए, ड्राइवर ने चला के लाया, उसको चाय पीना चाहिए बेचारे को. बट Hanumanji is literally flying. He's not sitting in a car. And he says, Ram kaj keen hai binu, mohe kaha vishram. No vishram, I have to finish Ram's work. He thanks Mainak Parvat, goes ahead. Next obstacle which comes is Shurasa. That Shurasa comes and she is sent by Devta. She says, I want to eat you. So she opens her mouth big. Hanumanji becomes double the size. She becomes double. Hanumanji still increases. This goes on. And then suddenly he becomes small. Goes inside the mouth and comes out saying, now I have come out of you. I am your child. You can't eat me now. What is the meaning of that? When somebody is trying to compete with you, what should you do? You should strengthen yourself or try to pull down the competitor. That's all Hanumanji did. He didn't put his efforts to pull down the opponent. He increased his power. Became double. She becomes double, he becomes double of that. It goes on like that. They've given some number, I forgot. I think some 100 yojanas actually, yeah. 100 yojana is what she opens the mouth. 100 yojana is the distance that has to be crossed. 100 yojana she opens the mouth. He becomes one small fly, goes inside and comes out. So that is Shurasa. Then comes Simhika. So this Simhika is a Rakshasi actually. And this Rakshasi, she is a creature of the land, but she lives in the water. She doesn't eat creatures of water, she eats those which are flying in the sky. And so Hanumanji is flying in the sky and she catches the shadow of Hanumanji and she has that power to pull that object through the shadow. So Hanumanji is not able to fly, move properly. She realizes this is black magic that she is doing, and she is the symbol of jealousy. When somebody is flying high, these creatures are jealous. They will not do what they are supposed to do. Living in the ocean, she could have been happy with eating the ocean creatures, but she wants that. So jealousy is like that. What does Hanumanji do? One, he goes straight inside her, tears her apart and comes out straight. Doesn't do all that what he did with Shursa, become big, small, all that, nothing. Tears it apart, finished. Jealousy we can't entertain at all. Little bit of jealousy. You see, the whole Ramayana happened. Manthara got jealous. She has nothing to gain of this whole episode. But she becomes jealous when she is seeing everybody celebrating and she's wondering why are they all celebrating? Why is there so much of joy? And then they say that Ramji is going to be made the prince. Suddenly she feels, what is this? And she incites jealousy in the mind of Kaikeyi. That you will be treated like a maid. Kausalya will become the queen mother. And they have purposely done this when Bharat is not there. Bharat also equally deserves the kingdom. All that few minutes of that dussanga with Manthara and the mind of Kaikeyi has completely got spoiled. So jealousy one should not entertain even a bit. Transform that into admiration. Admire the people who are successful, great achievers, because when we transform jealousy into admiration, then we will imbibe those qualities. We will uplift ourselves. Then he lands up in Lanka, and there Lankini meets him. So the Lankini is keeping a watch, CCTV camera of those times is Lankini. Nobody should get inside. Hanumanji takes a small form like a mosquito and he tries to get in. Lankini catches him. That much is her capability. So he says, why have you caught me? She says, you are trying to sneak in, you are a thief. And my job is to catch the thieves and punish them. So Hanumanji says, whom are you guarding? Your job is to catch thieves and punish, na? Then punish Ravan. Because he is a thief. He has kidnapped Sita ji and brought her here. She doesn't listen. One ghusa he straight hits on her head. She comes to senses. Who is Lankini? Lankini's perverted mindset. Hypocritic, perverted mindset is Lankini. Who has one standard for Ravan and another standard for Hanumanji. Hanumanji is actually trying to rescue Sita ji. Ravan is the thief. But in her mind, Ravan is the king. He has done the right thing and Hanumanji is trying to sneak in. He is wrong. So perverted mindset will look at dharma as adharma and adharma as dharma. And today I am telling you, there is no dearth of perverted mindsets. We Hindus have to be very careful of these perverted mindsets, who glorify Ravan more than Ram, who try to present the story from Ravan's standpoint and get the sympathy in our mind for Ravan so that we worship Ravan and they pull down Bhagwan Ram. That is perversion complete. No fact. If you actually read Ramayana, see the facts, there is so much argument one can easily present to understand that what a pathetic character is Ravan. But perverted mindset. They will try to show that Krishna was after all a human and he did lot of adharma. He also fell a victim to adharma, and finally he used adharma to gain victory in the Mahabharat war. So Mahabharat war, though it was a war between dharma and adharma, and you may say that dharma won, but dharma used adharma to win, so finally adharma only won. All this kind of perverted things people will say. 1 minute. Today I need to finish the portion, so we will go a little faster. So this perverted mindset is this. One has to ensure that one is, how does one handle perverted mindset? With the right knowledge, one blasts the wrong notions. That ghusa is there now on the head. That ghusa on the head means what? With the right knowledge, blast the wrong notions. Because if that doesn't happen, that perverted thought, once it goes inside, then it will grow. Then one that watering will happen. That is how so many wrong narratives are spread, and young people get so easily carried away. Whole Ram Mandir, if you see the inauguration when it happened, what was the depiction by the foreign media? Completely negative. Are 500 plus, almost 500 years, not 500 plus, almost 500 years in a Hindu majority country, we have waited for the legal process to happen. If we wanted to oppress the minority, we would have done it long back, no? But after all that is done, the depiction will be what? Minorities are being troubled and this and that. Full foreign media. And our young people are absolutely, some of them, so blinded that they don't even see the other side. They don't even want to consider the other side. Why? Because in their head, all these, Wire and Guardian and Washington Post and New York Times and all these are benchmark in media. Pathetic, hypocrite benchmarks. What benchmarks they are setting? Where is the truth? Nothing. And that they can't see through. Because intellectual tamas and wanting to conform to a particular type of a society who entertains these types of mindsets and who feel glorious in their cocoon. So perverted thinking, one has to blast. If that doesn't happen, especially in a seeker's mind, seeking will become very difficult. So one blast he gives. And that Lankini, look at Lankini's thinking. One ghusa from Hanumanji and she accepts that yes, what I was doing is wrong. And I remember now, Brahmaji had told me one monkey will come, that will be the downfall of Ravan. And that ghusa of that monkey will liberate you from Ravan. She is also, tired of serving this Ravan. She is doing whatever she has to do as her job, but she is also deep down very fatigued, tired. She is also happy. Chalo, Brahmaji's words are coming true. This monkey has come. This fellow will fall. I will be freed. So all this happened and he went into Ashok Vatika. That I will take in the next shloka when it comes. Brings back the news of Sitaji. Reaches Lanka, brings back the news of Sitaji. And so that is what is said here. Angad ke sang lena gaye siya khoj kapisa yah baina ucharo. Now what is the point to learn in this, in our life as a sadhak? So many things that we just saw, the whole journey. But most important aspect is one must have that confidence and invoke one's capabilities to serve Bhagwan's cause. Hanumanji had forgotten that. So in the previous verse, Hanumanji played the role of a guru to unite Ramji and Sugriv. Here Jambanji plays the role of a guru to make Hanumanji realize his potential. And Jambanji, why did he not do that before? He would have done that before also. He would have reminded Hanumanji right in the beginning. But law of karma also has its play, no? Swayamprabha has to meet all of them. Sampati has to get his wings back. All this is connected. So it may not have struck Jambanji before. At the right time only it will happen. And when they are in such a desperate situation, sometimes that is what happens. When we are absolutely desperate, that time only some of the ideas and solutions will come to us. And so Jambanji reminds. So confidence is a very important aspect in a seeker's life, and all my abilities and capabilities I must be able to put to use for what? Two things in this. One is service of Bhagwan, and that same Lord appears in this whole creation. So to serve the world, Hanumanji did both or not? He helped Angad and all of the monkey, the Vanaras, the team members. He brought relief to all of them. That yes, there is news, and now Hanuman can go there. He will come back, and we will go victorious. And the teamwork also, that they feel that we found Sita ji. That is another quality. No credit to himself. We found Sita ji, and they all go. And so this is a beautiful one where he heri thake tat sindhu sabay tab laya siya sudhi prana uvaro. When he brought the news of Sita ji, everybody is so thrilled and victorious they go. How much an achievement brings up confidence, and how much sometimes when we fail, it dips our confidence. In this context, it is not even a personal goal, it is a goal for Bhagwan. That Sita ji has to be found, Bhagwan has to be pleased, and there we are failing. See, in a personal goal, there is a certain disappointment that can happen. But in a selfless goal, there may be more disappointment because the cause is higher, no? And when the higher cause is there, disappointment also can be higher. That we have to know. We can't think that there should not be any disappointment at all. No, there will be. Looking at what is happening to the Hindus in Bangladesh, is there not so much pain? If we identify with the Hindu cause, that what are the brothers and sisters going through there, and how much the world is blind, and where are human rights people, and what is happening? Nobody talks. So when we see, then the disappointment also will be deeper. When we are able to do something and bring relief, help, we feel still better. So we should remember this. Personal disappointment is one aspect, but when selfless work is being done, there will also be disappointment in that if we are not able to attain certain things. Now, what has to be done at that point in time? Again, we have to invoke Bhagwan's grace only, that do what we can do. Put in the best effort. At that time, those who were sitting there completely disappointed, what happened? Jambanji, everybody has given up, but Jambanji doesn't give up. There will be some ray of hope, and one has to cling on to that and find out what can be done and start doing that. Start thinking differently, start finding out where can I improve, what could be done differently. Because the cause is dear to me, I am going to do whatever best. If what I have tried so far did not work, what new things can I try? One has to do that. Now, what else can be done? Giving up is no solution, especially if in a seeker's life when we know. So, if there are sometimes, even in individual sadhak's life, there are challenges which come in walking the path. One may brand oneself, I am so weak, I am having so many impurities, when will I realize, what will happen? All those thoughts may come. But that is the time when one has to invoke two things, dhairya and dhiraj. Again, this incident will show both. Invoke courage, invoke fortitude. When in the Lanka Kand, Bhagwan tells Vibhishan, Sauraj Dhiraj Tehi Ratha Chaka. They are the two wheels of my chariot, the chariot of victory. Vijay Rath it is in Vibhishan Gita. Sauraj and Dhiraj. So Dhiraj is fortitude, patience, fortitude. Sauraj is courage. So one needs both. I have to invoke courage, confidence, and I must invoke fortitude also. It will take time sometimes to reach the goal. Sometimes like here 1 month passed. Now it has taken more than a month, but they found finally. Because they didn't give up. And they tried their best in the service of Bhagwan. So that has to happen. So this is that beautiful third shloka. Then comes the fourth one. रावण त्रास दई सिय को सब राक्षसी शोक ही शोक निवारो ताहि समय हनुमान महाप्रभु जाय महारजनी चर मारो चाहत सिय अशोक सो आगि सुदय प्रभु मुद्रिका शोक निवारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो. Now Hanumanji goes there. He has reached Lanka. He is searching everywhere. Now, why is he searching everywhere when he knows she is in Ashok Vatika? He even actually goes through a doubt in his mind when he sees in the palace of Ravan one very Tejasvi lady who is sleeping and so much peace and tej on her face, and he thinks this is Sita. But then he realizes ki how will Sita sleep so peacefully in the Viyoga Bhagwan Ram? This is not Sita. And how will she be in the palace and sleeping so comfortably when Ashok Vatika was already told? So he goes still searching. You know why he was searching? One of the reasons, because he has to meet Vibhishanji. Because through that entire search, he finds there is only one place where there is Tulsi plant, where there are Ayudh of Bhagwan Ram on the house, and where in Brahma Muhurat the name of Bhagwan he can hear. Rakshasas, they enjoy full night, and in Brahma Muhurat they sleep. One definition of a Rakshasa is one who does not get up before sunrise is a Rakshas. We are supposed to get up in Brahma Muhurat as human beings and get ready and welcome Surya Devata with Sandhya Vandan. Sometimes one does Sandhya Vandan before only and then welcome Surya Devata. Vibhishanji is chanting in the entire Lanka, which is full of materialistic pursuits, enjoyment, adharma, all that. One person is there who is Ananya Bhakta Bhagwan there. But there is still something that has to be learned by him. So he goes there, meets Vibhishanji, tells him, congratulates him, is very happy, and Vibhishanji also feels that I am so blessed that Bhagwan's Kripa, that Sant has come to my house, or Bhakta has come to my house. So he tells Vibhishanji that you are taking Ram Naam, but you are not doing Ram Kam. The work of Bhagwan Ram you are not doing. A seeker has to do both Ram Naam and Ram Kam. And Sitaji's Apaharan has happened. You are not even fighting against Ravan. You are not showing one sign of displeasure, though he is not happy with it. But he doesn't have that courage to tell him. And Sita Apaharan is what actually? If you go a little deeper into it, the kidnapping of Sitaji by Ravan is symbolic of what? It is the Apaharan of Samskriti. Adhyatmik Samskriti ka Apaharan is Sita Apaharan. By what? Absolute materialism and atheism. That is Ravan doing Apaharan of Sitaji. Sitaji is Samskriti, Shakti, Shanti, Bhakti, all that. And Ravan is complete arrogance, ego, materialism. I would even say atheism. Why? Because his belief in Bhagwan Shiva may be there, but he considers himself more powerful than Bhagwan Shiva. So is that really a belief? In some ways it is not. It is ego only. So he is not having that courage to fight against Ravan when he is doing so much of adharma. If you are a bhakta, and Sita ji has been kidnapped, you have to fight. You have to show your displeasure, protest, all that. He has to meet Vibhishan ji, and there Vibhishan ji is there Hanuman ji becomes the guru of Vibhishan there. So Hanuman ji has played actually a big role in lot of people's lives, and in some of these people's lives, he is actually the kingmaker only. If Hanuman ji has not brought Bhagwan Ram to Sugriv, would Sugriv have got his kingdom? Impossible. So Sugriv became a king because of Hanuman ji. Hanuman ji is the kingmaker. Same way, Vibhishan becomes a king because after Vibhishan Hanuman ji meets Vibhishan ji, then he finally has the courage to fight against Ravan, and then he goes and surrenders to Bhagwan Ram. And when Bhagwan Ram meets him, he calls him Lankesh straight away. And finally he becomes the king. Lankesh he becomes. So Hanuman ji is the kingmaker. Again, that shows that he doesn't have craving for power. He let other people, and he made Bhagwan himself the king. What else to talk? Bhagwan returned because of Hanuman ji. So the point is this: when he goes there, he meets Vibhishan ji, and then he is searching again. And at that point in time, finally he goes to Ashok Vatika. Sitting on he finds all these Rakshasis are there, and there one lady is sitting who is very thin, emaciated. How does he recognize Sita ji? 4 Lakshans are given in Tulsi Ramayana. That Sita ji had become very thin because she is not eating. Murari Bapu, when he comments on this, he says very nicely. He says, Bhajan बढ़ता है तो वजन घटता है. भजन बढ़ेगा तो वजन घटेगा. And vice versa also. So he sees that there is this woman there, absolutely brilliant, shining like anything, but very thin. And she doesn't look up. She looks only down, looks at her feet. Her mind is lost in the thoughts of the Lord, and with the speech she's saying Ram, Ram, Ram. These 4 Lakshans are given there in Tulsi Ramayana. He recognizes this is Sita ji. How to go? So he goes and perches himself on the tree, and he's sitting there and watching. Ravan has sent all these Rakshasis, so many of them. They are troubling her. And Ravan himself has come now, and he is persuading her to marry him. If you read even Valmiki and even Tulsi Ramayana, Sita ji doesn't even look at him. She puts one blade of grass there, and looking at that blade of grass, she is talking. And she tells Ravan straight away, Ram is the sun, you are a firefly. You can't compare anything to Ram. Ravan gets very angry and he takes out his sword, wants to kill Sita ji then and there. Mandodari stops him, saying, don't. Ravan listens. 10-headed Ravan has to listen to his wife. What to talk about other people? But that 10-headed Ravan listened to his wife only on that one instance. That we should not forget. If he had actually listened to his wife, he would have been saved. So the point is, listen to your wife. So this Ravan, he gives ultimatum to Sita ji saying, 1 month I give you, you decide. If after 1 month you don't agree to my proposal, I will kill you. So when he says, Ravana tras dai siya ko sab. So Ravan himself is doing tras, plus all the Rakshasis also. Rakshasis so kahi so kanivaro. So many Rakshasis are constantly, he has kept them to torture her only there. That time when he has gone, Ravan goes angry, he walks out from there. Sita ji is sitting very dejected, depressed. He drops the mudrika. And then mudrika falls down. Suddenly she sees, this is mudrika of Bhagwan Ram. From where this came? She looks Hanumanji comes down in the form of a small monkey. He doesn't reveal his whole form. He's small monkey. He comes. He's singing Glory of Bhagwan Ram up, sitting there. And Sita ji hears who is singing Glory of Ram. And then Mudrika is there. And he jumps down. She sees. How does he introduce himself? Ramadut Mai Matu Janaki. Oh Mother Janaki, I am Ramdut. She is not ready to believe. Because it can be Ravan in this form. Not ready to believe at all. He recounts the story of Bhagwan Ram. Still she is not ready to believe. And Mudrika is there. Still she is not ready to believe. He says what all Bhagwan has told. Not ready to believe. Then, this is in Tulsi Ramayana. Then he uses the word Karuna Nidhan. When he uses the word Karuna Nidhan, then she accepts that he is Ramdut. Why? Because only Sita ji calls Bhagwan Ram Karuna Nidhan. That is a, what do you call that nowadays? The family has one code word. No? If you are in trouble, then you use the code word. You know that? You don't know that? Yeah. So that word is like a regular word, but if you use that word, that means there is some, whatever you associate some things along with that, either some danger or something that you use that word, that means you need help, like that, So that code word between both of them, husband and wife, is Karuna Nidhan. Actually not a code word, it's that how she addresses Bhagwan. Then she understands that yes, he is the real Duta of Bhagwan Ram. And she is very happy, very thrilled. But at the same time, she is very upset. So she asks him that why has Bhagwan not come so far? Hanumanji narrates everything and makes her understand. And Hanumanji offers that I will take you back, come with me. She says, no, tell Bhagwan Ram that I am waiting for him here and I will wait. He only has to come and liberate me from here. So all that happens. So Tahi Samay Hanuman Mahaprabhu Jaya Maharajani Charmaro. Then he is very hungry now. Now he has reached there, found Sita ji, mission accomplished. Now time to eat. So he asks Sita ji, can I eat some fruit? She says, okay. He grows big, then he starts eating fruits, and then all these demons, etc. they come. Why? Because Hanumanji wants to give a taste of what it is to be a Bhakta of Bhagwan Ram. And if Bhakta of Bhagwan Ram can do these devastations in Lanka, then what will Bhagwan himself do? Ravan must have a taste of the power of Bhakta. And Hanumanji does. All this, please remember, he does it not for entertainment. He does it not out of ego. He does it not to prove that I am so powerful. He does it all because he wants Ravan to understand that who is Bhagwan Ram. And what you have done is wrong. And you have even now the time to correct your mistake. So, this is what happens. So, Tahi Samay Hanuman Prabhu Jaya Maharajani Charmaro. So many Rakshasas he kills. Akshay Kumar also he kills. Why? Uproots that whole Ashok Vatika, destroys so many Rakshasas. That the Sena of Ravan also comes. Akshay Kumar is also killed. And Meghnad has to come, and with this Brahmastra he agrees to, he surrenders to it and he gets bound finally. Because he wants to give the message to Bhagwan, to Ravan, that who is the Lord, what he should do, all that. So he destroys these Rakshasas, so many of them. Maharajani Charmaro. Chahat siya asoka so agisu. De Prabhu Mudrika soka nivaro. When Sita ji was praying, this one part I missed out. Sita ji, when this Ravan went, Sita ji was praying to Ashok tree that, wood has fire dormant in it, So she prays to the Ashoka tree that manifest your fire and burn me. I don't want to live in separation from Bhagwan Ram. At that time, this whole prasang happens, that he sings the glory of Bhagwan, he drops the mudrika, all that. So, chahat siya asoka so agisu. Asoka, she is wanting Ashoka tree to manifest its fire and burn her. That is the time he saves her. Day Prabhu mudrika शोक निवारो को नहीं जानत है जग में कपि संकट मोचन नाम तिहारो. See how many people Sankat he has removed. Sugriv Sankat he removed, Angad Sankat he removed, Sita ji Sankat he removed, Lankini, all of them. Such big people Sankat he has removed. So हमारा संकट क्या है? कुछ नहीं है. He can definitely remove. So with that faith we pray. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.